So this is Special Counsel Robert Mueller gets confronted and the media is desperate to be right in Russian collusion. So let's play this and go from there.
Could I ask you a couple of questions? Will you testify before Congress, sir?
No comment.
Are you sure about that, sir? If he were anybody but the president, would Mr. Trump be indicted, sir?
Now that you finished the,
Sir, why didn't you make a recommendation to Congress one way or the other, sir?
Are you going on vacation at least somewhere?
Did the Attorney General accurately characterize your positions on conspiracy and obstruction, sir? I think it's accurate to characterize Director Mueller today as being tight-lipped in response to my questions.
So basically, this is what I see here. Robert Mueller just released his report, just recently. His investigation is done. And therefore, what reason does he have to comment now? He doesn't want to be involved anymore. He wants nothing to do with this anymore. He just wants to be done with it. He wants to move on with his life and wants nothing to do with this anymore. He just wants to do something else, anything but this. Some people say that when the Mueller report was going to come out, which it did, a redacted version that is, it was going to be different from William Barr's assessment of the report, his summary that he submitted to Congress. Instead, it pretty much is exactly what William Barr stated. Attorney General William Barr, whom stated that while there was no evidence of collusion between Trump and Russia, well, it does not entirely exonerate him of obstruction of justice. Okay. In which the Mueller report pretty much said the same thing. So, what is the point? It's over with. So, this is pretty much uncanny in similarities to the Uranium 1 controversy, when Hillary Clinton was accused of basically getting involved with some nuclear company with Russia and all those kind of things. And a large amount of money was involved, if I remember correctly, over $100 million was involved. And this was viewed as a highly criminal situation. And it was investigated for like a period of, I think it was 3 years. And it concluded with no evidence, no clear evidence of Hillary Clinton being involved with such a serious situation, such as the Uranium 1 controversy, in which she was not found guilty of anything involving the nuclear company in Russia. Then again, Republicans want people to continue the Hillary Clinton controversy with Uranium 1. The Democrats want the same thing for Donald Trump. They want people to continue to believe that, well, he conspired with Russia despite the fact that there is no evidence so far to show that he did. Now, the Uranium 1 controversy could be correct. It could also be true Donald Trump did conspire with Russia, but there's no evidence to prove it, so to prove either one of these cases being true, so they can't do anything about it. Either way, this is obviously a political conflict in which this is kind of like something that I would call the investigation war. Since no evidence was found for either party being responsible for anything of the claims that were stated, this seems to me that what's going on here is that when each side throws an investigation against the other side, they're doing it primarily for political purposes. The longer the investigation is, the more damaging it is to that person's career and political image. When Hillary Clinton got indicted with Uranium 1, and especially later on when the WikiLeaks thing basically leaked a bunch of files on her, in which it was recently WikiLeaks has has been shown to have stated that they purposely helped Donald Trump because they believed that Hillary Clinton was going to start several wars, and they didn't want her in office. So Uranium One already didn't take care of that. The WikiLeaks ensured that she wasn't going to get in office with the political destruction of her image, and Donald Trump was free to take over as president of the United States. What this shows is that either side is willing to throw a hissy fit against the other, so that way their political image will be set on a higher standard in terms of their likeness and how many people support them versus their opposition. And both sides wanted an investigation to last for as long as possible. The Democrats wanted the investigation on Donald Trump to continue. So did Donald Trump want that for Hillary Clinton's Uranium One controversy. Again, both investigations involve Russia, one way or another. So, basically, in the long run, little to no facts can be found on either side. And in this situation, there really isn't a way to side with one over the other, because when you think about it, they're both saying the same thing about each other. Oh, you're the traitor, not me. No, you're the traitor, not me. You're the one that colluded, not me. It's like both sides are crying to each other saying, no, you did it, not me. And basically, since both sides couldn't prove each other to anyone that this side did this and this side did that, then pretty much what's going on here is that it looks very well like both sides are wrong. And neither side has any facts to prove the other side or did this and vice versa. So, therefore, what we saw, what we all seen with the video of that MSNBC reporter confronting Robert Mueller is an act of desperation by the media. They want him to say something. They want him to say exactly what they want to hear. Same thing can be said for the Republicans. The Republican news websites, they want to say they want to hear things about Hillary Clinton. They're just waiting to hear that. Yes, she's finally going to get locked up. The lock her up chant that they've been having for several years now. And people say the same thing about Donald Trump. Lock him up. They both want to win. And look at what that got them. Instead, they both lost. And it seems that Donald Trump's Republican Party, for now, seems to have the upper hand. Because they managed to make it appear that the Democrats are just complete absurd fools all the way around. Of course, not everybody agrees with this. So, I think it's reasonable to say that we're probably going to see a major comeback from the Democratic Party eventually. They're probably going to throw something back against the Republicans. And I'd imagine that the only way they're going to be able to get back on their feet like this is they would have to really incriminate someone that is almost as important as Donald Trump or as important as Donald Trump. So, it wouldn't surprise me to see that there's going to be a major attempt in the future to strike back. Because even though Hillary wasn't found guilty of anything, the long-term investigation into her Uranium One thing has seriously damaged her career. And granted, Robert Mueller's thing with Donald Trump That didn't help him at all. However, because he too was exonerated of the claims like Hillary Clinton was, and since Donald Trump is in office and Hillary isn't, he is in a better position to recover more quickly than Hillary ever was. So like I said, we're probably going to see a major comeback from the Democratic Party eventually. And that brings me to my final statement. Both sides are too busy trying to gain political victories and aren't really trying to do anything to take much action. Granted, today there seems to be more action coming out, but it can be said it's because both sides are trying to prove a point. And what the and that point is to basically show that both sides can take action in one form or another. So it would make it appear that all they have is just words and they're not actually taking any action at all. So they're trying to show that they are taking action and that things have changed. But there's a lot more to it than that. This isn't just about the investigations going on in America, such as these. The investigations that were going on in America. There's a bigger international situation at play here, and it can easily turn bad. And we'll just have to see how things go down. But in the long run, the media should cut it out. Neither side is going to get what they want. They're not going to get Hillary Clinton locked up. They're not going to get Donald Trump locked up either. Neither side is going to win that argument, as we've seen over the years, especially now.